Namaste guys and welcome to the new session. So today in this video we are going to learn about palindrome and also we are going to build one program to check whether the number is palindrome or not. So basically a palindrome, it is a sequence of number which reads the same from backward as well as from forward. So meaning that if a number we can read it from backward and it will be still the same, and if we read it from the front it will be still the same. So such kind of numbers, they are known as palindrome numbers. Let me take another example, 1001. So this is also a palindrome number. So such kind of numbers, they are known as palindrome numbers. So we are going to build one program to check whether these numbers are palindrome or not. So let's focus on the logic. As a first step, we are going to take input from our user and we are going to store that input inside our num variable. But we don't know how many digits our user will provide, or we don't know the length of that number. So for that we don't know how many times we have to run our loop. So we are going to consider while loop. So whenever you find the situation where you don't know how many times you have to use that loop, in such cases you can use while loop. So inside this while loop I am going to place one condition. When num is not equals to 0, means whenever num becomes 0 this loop will stop. So inside this loop we have to write one operation. So before that let's understand what we have to do. So as you can see here, it is a palindrome number. In order to check if it is a palindrome or not, we have to reverse this number and then compare it with our reverse number. If the reverse number and our true number both are same, means it is a palindrome number. So this original copy of that number we are going to store inside an original variable. So inside this variable we are going to store our copy of our number and then we are going to reverse it. After reversing we are going to get a number, and between these two original and reverse number we are going to compare with them. If both number are equal, that means it is a palindrome. If both number differ from each other, then it's meaning that it is not a palindrome. In order to build this program, first let's reverse this. So to reverse this number we are going to use one technique. We are going to extract each digit and then we are going to give it a power of 10. So each time our loop runs it will have power of 10. So to extract the last digit, we are going to use our modulo operator. So let's create one variable. Inside this remainder variable, I am going to do my operation. So let's module with 10. So as you can see here, this operation will provide us a remainder. Is it like, if we do this operation, we are going to get, so we will get 1 as a remainder. So to get this remainder, we are going to store that inside our remainder variable. Now at the second step, we are going to give it a power of 10 and we are going to add the remainder. So I am going to create one variable which is reverse variable, and again I am going to give it a power of 10 and plus our remainder value. So in this operation, every time we run our loop, we are going to get power of 10 and also we are going to add the remainder to get the reverse number. So at the third step, we are going to get the whole number value, which is our 12 in this case. So to do this operation, let's take our num variable again, and for this num variable we are going to divide it with our 10. So after this operation, this variable going to store only our whole part, not the remainder, because it is an integer variable and we are not counting the floating point numbers. So inside this it will store only num variable. So and we are going to end the loop. So every time it goes back we are going to get a shorter number. So if a number is a length of 3, means our loop is going to run 3 times. So let's understand this practically, and we are going to create first program and we will try run that program once so you can understand it better. So as you can see here, we have our program. So I have declared our int variable as a num and we are putting 0, so we don't get any error first time we do our multiplication. So we have put 0 in our reverse variable and our declared remainder variable and our original number to store our number at first site. So as you can see here, I have taken input from our user and we are storing a copy of our number inside our original variable. And at this stage we are creating a while loop because we don't know how many times we have to run that loop. So until our num value becomes 0, the loop is going to repeat. At the first stage, as you can see, I have created our remainder variable, and inside this remainder variable we are extracting a last digit. So let me just try run this once. So let me assume our example 121 and our num value and our remainder value and our reverse value. So at the first stage, our num value is 121, meaning that this condition satisfies. So it will move to the next step. As here, our remainder value is null now, and after num modulo 10 means our remainder value going to be 1. So it will store 1 because 121 modulo 10 is 1, and it is going to store the remainder inside our remainder variable. Now let's move on to the next step. So as you can see, our reversed value is currently 0, but here our remainder value is 1. So 0 into 10 becomes 0, and plus 1 means 0 plus 1 becomes 1. So our current reverse value is 1. So in this stage, as you can see, we are taking our whole number from our num variable and we are discarding the remainder. So in this case, if we do divide operation, our current num value is 121, and 121 divided by 10 is nothing but 12. So now our num value becomes 12. After this, our loop is going to repeat, and as you can see here, now num value is 12, means this condition satisfy. At this stage, our remainder current value is 1, but 12 modulo 10 is nothing but our remainder value is now 2. So it will store 2. Now our current remainder value is 2. At this third step, as you can see, our reversed value is currently 1. So 1 into 10 is nothing but 10. 10 plus 2 is nothing but 12. So we are getting our reverse number back. At this third stage, again we are going to divide the 12. So our 12 divided by 10 is nothing but 1.2, but we are going to consider only 1 because we are checking for the whole number. And after this, our root again it will return, and this condition will satisfy because our num value is now currently 1. So at this second stage, our remainder current value is now 2. Now 1 modulo 10 is nothing but 0.1. So our remainder value is now currently 1 because we are only checking for the remainder. And after this, at the third stage, as you can see, our reversed value is currently 12. So 12 into 10 is nothing but 120, plus our remainder value is now 1. So 120 plus our remainder value is 1. So we will get the same number. So this is how we can extract our palindrome number, or we can reverse any number using this technique. So after that, we are taking our 121 original number, which was 121, and our now reverse number value is also 121. So this condition satisfies, and it is a palindrome number as we are prompting. So this is how this palindrome program works. If you like the video, please subscribe to our channel and like this video, and let me know, and if you have any difficulties in the comment section. Thank you for now.